course, we don't know. But on balance, I would back PSG to win that game.
Mhm.
Presumably, it's only a single leg. It's not going to be two legs, is it? So, and is that a game? Is that a match that's played every year? The Champions League winners against the Europa League winners?
Yeah, I think they call it the super. I think they
I
call it
can't.
this.
Yeah, well, it would be the Super League. I can't say I've
Yeah, I
paid
think they
any
call it.
attention to
Yeah, I
that
think they
before.
call it. Yeah, yeah. I think they call it the Super League. I think they play it every year, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, there's always been Real Madrid and other teams, but then this year
right.
they're out, aren't they? So it's our Spurs now. Yeah. Um, now we will get to see how the new manager Thomas Frank, is it called?
Yeah,
Thomas, yeah, Thomas Frank.
Thomas
Yeah,
Frank
we'll
from
get to
Brentford.
see how it compares to Angie Postacoglu.
Yeah, where's he gone? I should know where he's gone. He's got another club, hasn't he?
Yeah,
We've talked
we thought
about it before.
we actually thought that he went to Brentford, but then
Oh, right,
on the
right.
podcast that we posted, somebody
Yeah,
replied to say Brentford is preferably a Brentford FC fan is replied us saying we've got a different manager, mate. So
yeah.
oh,
I
so
think their manager actually is one of the coaches who worked with Thomas Franks at Brentford. So, yeah, he's going to be the new guy. But I think some people are tipping Brentford to go down, unfortunately. But time will tell. But no,
yeah,
as we say, it's the time of year where this Super League, etc., Champions League against Europa, and of course the match you're studiously avoiding. It seems to me on.
yeah. No, I'm coming to it. I'm
Well,
coming
yeah.
to
Well, we're there. Let's. It was a brilliant day at Wembley. Did you watch it
Right.
on TV? I think it was on TNT, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't
Did you?
watch that match actually.
You didn't
No,
watch it? No, no.
no, no, I
It
didn't.
was a good game. It was a good match, and yeah, the end of it all. I mean, it was a fabulous feeling for us Palace fans. Really, I think that we're getting a reputation that we make Wembley shake because when you think, I mean, Palace we beat Liverpool in the semi-final. No, we didn't. We beat Aston Villa in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley a few
Yeah,
months ago. We then beat Manchester City in the final, as you know, and now we beat the league champions, Premier League champions, Liverpool, in the Community Shield, which, by anybody's reckoning, is an amazing achievement. And I
it is.
think people are generally recognising now that a few people have said it to me since Sunday that they genuinely see Palace as a good side. I mean, in the past, we've been a bit of a sometimes relegation threatened side, but we've been up longer than most of the Premiership teams since 2013
Yeah,
now. And with Glasner there, who's made such a difference with his tactics, his knowledge of the game, and his ability to work with the players and of course there's the players, the management, the coaches and the fans. It's a
yeah.
great unit. So it's a very good time to be a Palace fan at the moment. And I've seen one or two of these predicted leagues for this season, how the Premier League will end. And of course it means nothing to predict it. But there seems to be a general consensus among three or four of these I've seen that Palace will finish around sixth or seventh or eighth,
Wow.
which again would be great for Palace fans. I mean the highest we've done I think is 10th. But yeah, it's a real great feeling to three times at Wembley, the home of football worldwide, in the space of a few months. And not just that, it's not like we beat two mid-table teams. For Palace fans, I mean the highest we've done I think is 10th. But yeah, it's a real great feeling to three times at Wembley, the home of football worldwide, in the space of a few months. And not just that, it's not like we beat two mid-table teams. We beat
Yeah,
Manchester City and Liverpool,
I
and I
know.
think I think that fact alone and the way people see Palace playing has really altered the view of football people, of pundits, and so on. And they consider Palace now, if they move forward, could become a real threat, a real, higher table team. But having said that, I still think, and a lot of people recognise it, there's not been too much activity so far in this transfer window. And I know Oliver Glasner has said before this window and previous ones, that he would ideally want some new players brought in earlier in the window. But this time, I mean, it seems to be a lot of teams. I mean, some players have come into Liverpool, Manchester United, etc. But there's not been an awful lot of movement with other clubs, and certainly not at Palace. I think so far we bought the number 2 goalkeeper, so Henderson is still our main man,
Mm.
and also a left back. He actually took one of the penalties in the penalty shootout on Saturday, and unfortunately he missed his one, but didn't matter overall. And he came from I think a German club, but he's the only person, so it's cover for the Mitchell, who's the left back. But I think most people would say if you're going to maintain, because the other news, of course, is that yesterday or Monday, Palace learned we won't be going back into the Europa League, which
Yeah.
which is a shame. It's nothing to do with the football side, the result. You think the footballers won the FA Cup, they should be entitled. The team should be entitled to then go into the Europa League,
Yeah.
which is the prize. And you sometimes get the feeling, let's face it, if it was a big team, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, they would not have ejected
No,
them from that league.
no.
So that's the way it is. The fact is, Palace are still in one of the European competitions. And that's going to, Thursday night games. That will, assuming we have to go through a qualifying game,
Yeah.
first of all, home and away. But on the assumption we win that, then we're going to need resources in the squad, because there's enough games these days for Premier League players, particularly the higher teams who are in Europe, and you can't cope because you're going to get injuries, you're going to get, people been booked too many times so they're disqualified from playing. So I think everybody knows we Palace really need perhaps a striker, a midfielder, and and a defender. I mean, it's generally thought Mark Gay will go.